everybody? What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Y'all, I was trying to plug something up real quick. Let me go on and plug this up for my phone go dead. All right. How's everybody doing out there? First, I want to say thank y'all for coming in here. If you watching, and that live button is red and the numbers are blinking, that means you are watching me live. But if you're watching the replay, now you know I really appreciate that also. Okay. So and I'm hoping everybody having a good Saturday. I am hoping that enjoying your weekend off and enjoying your family, cause that's what it's about. That's really what it's about. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get into it, cause y'all know my new thing is I'm not trying to hold everybody long. But the topic, I know y'all saw the flyer, and this is a topic that I've been sitting on for about a year. Um, but I'm seeing it too much in the news again, and I'm ready to talk about it. And that is sexual abuse within the church. Yeah, that topic. That topic that I already had somebody want to know why I'm talking about this. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. Miss J gonna talk about this, okay? Because we need to. This is another one of those taboo topics that people like to try to sweep up on the rug. It's look, hashtag church too, hashtag church too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and we're gonna talk about it. Um, First, when we're talking about a church, why do we what is well everybody got different reasons, but I mean the reason you go to a church or to join a church is what, for comfort, right? And to feel like a belonging, and also to be close to God. It's for being in church, and it's supposed to be a place of protection. It's supposed to be, right? Not always. And I can't, and y'all know me, y'all know Miss J, y'all know how I talk. I be very, very honest and candid. When I was doing my research on this, I was freaking astonished. I really was. And I'm not being funny. I'm not being facetious, but I'm gonna be very honest and tell when I get to talking of the statistics of what I found in one particular I'm saying it word denomination. And like I said, y'all can come for me. Y'all can come for me. But we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. And again, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. Now that this is just research that I did a whole week and a half ago when I knew I was gonna do this. And I said, okay, I never knew this. All right. So let's get to it. So, like I said, that's our place of worship to feel safe and like a safe haven, like, right. That's what our church supposed to be like. It's supposed. Let me get my drink. Let me get my drink, y'all. Hold on. That's what that's what our church supposed to be for, right? Like our safe haven. Like to lay our troubles down. Embrace our faith. Really, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. But sometimes it's not like that. But what if that safe place turns into a place of uneasiness, a place of I don't want to go there anymore. I feel like I won't go there no more, or a place of abuse. That's just them just going to see it. What if that place that you went for your safe haven? Um, we go and lay our troubles down. We go want to visit, talk with pastor and first lady and all. But what if that place turned into a place of abuse and misconduct? Because I'm gonna tell y'all before I end. I'm gonna tell y'all something. But see, that as I got older, I realized that was inappropriate. But I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me. I'm gonna tell you. Um, because like I said, when I was doing this research, I was like, okay, so that was inappropriate. But I'm gonna tell y'all. But anyway, but yeah, what if that place turned into a place of abuse? Because y'all know it happens, right? Y'all know it happens. And like I said, we all, we turn to religion, You know, sometimes to gain sense of community. You know, we want to gain sense of community and connection to the belonging of of a higher power. But again, what if that sense of connection is shattered by abuse or sexual acts? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Now I put my flyer up, and y'all know I always, if I know when you're not ready, you're not ready. When you're not ready to talk about it, you're not ready to talk about it. But you just know every time I put a flyer up, if somebody had went through this and have been a survivor from it, and you are thriving, that's fine. But I always say anybody want to be a part of this, they have been through the abuse within a or misconduct in a church, Um, but I didn't get no guests, but it's okay because when you're not ready to tell your story, you're not ready to tell your story. But Miss J gonna talk about it. All right. So what is sexual conduct or religion, or what do we call, what constitute sexual abuse in the church? So what is it's called clergy sexual abuse. That's what it's called. Clergy. That's what it's called. Clergy abuse or religious or spiritual abuse. That's what it's called. So that is clergy abuse. Excuse me, y'all. Clergy abuse is when a person with their with have it's when your pastor, they have that religious authority, you know, and intentionally uses their role. When your pastor then intentionally use their role, position, and power to sexually harass, exploit, or engage in sexual activity with the person. hmm When your pastor use their authority, because you're looking at I'm your pastor, so you're gonna feel what I want to do to you is okay. Some people think like that. Some people is into church just that, yeah, I'm going there. Some people into church just that hard. They feel like everything their pastor say, that's what you're gonna do, regardless whether it's coming from scripture or not. Say, like, if he ain't talking about nothing in the scripture, he coming from his own brain. You're gonna believe it. But that's what clergy, religious, and spiritual abuse is. That's when your pastor, the person with the high religious high authority, intentionally uses their role, intentionally knowing they're doing it, intentionally uses their role and position and power to sexually harass, explore, or engage in sexual activity with the person. We're gonna take that thing a little further now, because it's happening, y'all. This is happening. And as I go a little further, and y'all gonna be like, "What?" Watch now. So, what is religious and spiritual? Now, keep in mind, before all this go on, that child or whatever got to be groomed for this, because that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah, pastor do that. Yeah, pastor do that. And I know. Um, I just saw on the news 5, 6, 7 days ago, and when I heard this, I knew that I was gonna go ahead on and go through this, because a pastor, mm-hmm, of his church, two children that came forth. It's 10 more. But what done it for me also was when the reporter was reporting that a lot of his congregation, parishioners, congregation, he's up under a $6 million bond or something like that, right? But a lot of his parishioners or whatever, some of them talking about they willing to put their house up and all that. But your pastor just got arrested for two, and there's several more getting ready to come forth. Boys, yes. But you willing to put your house up? That's what I was talking about. How some people just be out there. But you love your pastor that much that you don't look at the fact of what he has done to those kids. So when I sat here and listened to that report, I was like, oh yes, I am going to talk about this. These some people willing to put their house up. But what about their child? What about them children? And if from my understanding, it's going to be more. That's what I'm talking about. So what is religion? What is religious and spiritual grooming? You know, they got to be groomed, right? They got to be groomed. So sexual and spiritual grooming is a gradual sexualization of a relationship between a person with religious authority and a child or a teen. A child or a teen. Beginning with non-sexual touching that progresses, that's the word, that progresses over time to sexual contact. Whereby the child may not even understand the abuse, the abusive and improper nature of the behavior. They don't even understand what they're doing. They just doing it because they feel like it's pastor. And pastor probably telling them, it's okay, I'm your pastor. This is what you're supposed to do. And then of course I'm pretty sure lying, God gonna do this for you if you don't. God ain't gonna do this. I'm pretty sure. Nasty selves. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And like I said, those that's gonna be watching, those and I haven't seen nobody come in yet. I know this topic right here, people don't want to hear it, but we gonna Miss J talking about it. We talking about it. Because it's ridiculous. So here are some examples of religious and sexual and spiritual grooming. You did I just say use scriptures or beliefs to humiliate or embarrass you or the child. Coerce you or the child into giving money or other resources that you didn't want to give. Coerce you into giving money, coercing you to get some money. Or other resources that you don't want to give. Force you or the child to be to force you or the child to be intimate or have sex that you didn't want to do. Forcing you to do this. You or the child. Use scriptures. Oh, excuse me. And then they're going to make you feel pressured or obligated to do things against your will. They're going to pressure you. They're going to pressure you to do things against your will. This is real, y'all. This is real. Sex abuse in the church and misconduct. This is real. This happens. So that's the definition of religious spiritual abuse, grooming. And those were some examples. They use scriptures or beliefs to humiliate or embarrass you. Now they embarrass you. Now they make you feel bad now that you feel you gotta do it. Okay? Wow. Mm. So now when I'm very sure when this happened to a child or a preteen, and as they grow older, it's some things that happen to them. So what is the impact of abuse that happens to someone that has been through this? Those people are if they're abused by a clergy, they're abused by clergy. They have profound spiritual abuse. The abuse shatters, and you can imagine that, shatters the victim's relationship and trust in God and the church. Shatters the victim's relationship and trust in God and the church. And that's where we go for our go back to that's where we go for our safe haven. That's where we go. Just when we go, we got things we want. We go and get on our knees and pray. We go to that church, our safe haven. Mm-hmm. But it's happening. Y'all can put a blind eye to it if you want to, but it's happening. And it also impacts the ability to maintain any connection with the sacred, with the Most High. Don't want to do it anymore. Feel betrayed. And if anybody that's listening, that's going to be looking at the replay, if you can relate, you'll understand. You can relate to this. You're going to be able to understand. It just messes their whole ability to having a connection now with the Most High. Trust for the church is gone. Trust for the church is gone. Are you serious? Wow. And it creates profound confusion and doubt about. It creates the confusion that God loved them. If God loved me, why is He allowing this to happen to me? See, that's the confusion now. If I'm God's child, why is this happening to me? Confused now. All because a person that they gave their heart to join their church thinking they want to have excellent leadership and they betray them. Y'all know this happens. Y'all know this happens. But it's okay. So let's look at the effects of the abuse in the church. What are the effects of the abuse? The person, if a person they have persistent anxiety, someone that has been through this recurrent depression, recurrent depression, substance abuse, drug abuse, and a lot of them be doing like self-medication and all. Difficulty managing their anger. Wow. Wow. Mm. Have sleep problems. They have sleep problems. And another big one, relationship problems. Now they just don't trust nobody. All because the church had betrayed them. The pastor in that church or the deacon in that church betrayed them. And more people now they're more prone to physical illness and a lot of complaints. Now, these are some signs that happens to people that has been through the sexual abuse within the church. This is some long-term effects that goes on with those victims. And again, the church, that's where we go for our safe haven. That's where we go. And then this happens. That's an ultimate betrayal. And I know a lot of times when it happened, we can't, excuse me, I know a lot of times when it happened, we can't believe. I can't believe Archbishop so and so. So yes, he did. Here's the proof. Here's the DNA. You can't believe that. I get it. I get it. But would you be that one willing to put your house up? What about the child and the children? What about the betrayal not only with the church, but with that child, also with God? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm really just asking y'all. What about that? So let me give you some statistics. Mm. And when I get ready, I'm gonna read where I got my stuff from. So the FBI reports that this is the sad part about this too. 65% of cases are not reported. I'm gonna say that again. 65% of cases are not reported. And that making the sexual abuse in the church one of the most unreported crime. Underreported, excuse me, underreported crime. 65% does not be reported. Isn't it sad? And you have to wonder why. Because they're not going to be believed. And you wonder why they wait till they get 15, 20, 25, 30 years old and all of a sudden want to come on out and tell it. Because sometimes they be ready. Because they know they get, anybody that's been traumatized and you know you tell your story, you reliving it again. But 65% of cases are not reported, making the church crime against children the most underreported crime. Wow. Something got to get better. Mm. Here is a report. Oakland, California, CNTV, NBC, Bay Area, and it was the plaintiff's attorneys. 1,500 new lawsuits, and this was just for January the 18th, 2023. Plaintiffs' attorneys, 1,500 new lawsuits have been filed against Roman Catholic Church in Northern California alone. I'm going to call that out again. Oakland, California, CNTV, NBC, Bay Area, San Jose, California. Oh, excuse me, I said it wrong. It was January 22nd. I'm sorry. January 22nd, 2023. By Candace, I can't pronounce it last name, Narwin, and Michael Boat. 1,500 new lawsuits have been filed against the Roman Catholic Church in Northern California alone. The investigative unit has independently reviewed nearly 700 of them. Wow. An NBC Bay Area analysis of nearly 700 lawsuits filed against Catholic institutions across Northern California over the past 3 years suggests that churches' child sexual abuse scandal in the region is significantly worse than the public previously known. Wow. More than 200 of the clergy and lay employees of the church named in the wave lawsuits have never been publicly accused of being sexually abused up until now. NBC continued to work at, excuse me, some of the newly, see, this is what got me when I saw this report. Some of the newly accused, they are still continue to work as priests. They're still working. They're still working, y'all. They still working as priests. Wow. Wow. That's bad. And almost 1,700 priests and clergy are accused of sexual crimes in the church. They are unsupervised when they're charged. Unsupervised. Just letting them, whatever. What, get more victims? Wow. Mm. Here's a report. Is sexual abuse and misconduct in the church more common in the Catholic Church? I'm just gonna report. I'm just gonna read what I found out. That's all. About half of U.S. adults, 48%, say sexual abuse and misconduct is more common among Catholic priests and bishops than among leaders in any other religious traditions. Mm. And this came from pewresearch.com 2021. That's a report from 2021. Mm-hmm. Yes. 48%. It is more amongst the Catholic priests and bishops than amongst leaders in any other religions. Wow. While similar share 47% is equally, while similar share 47% across another religious group. And that's from pewresearch.com 2021. Wow. All right, let's take a look at about um that what was his name? The Archbishop over there, Benedict over there, that Pope man. Uh See, he was the one that allegedly claimed that Benedict, that's yeah, the Pope Benedict, had mishandled four cases decades earlier, including sexual abuse of minors, while he was the archbishop. And they also has accused him of having misled investigators in his written answers. This was December 31st, reported December 31st, 2022. So he was hiding he was hiding stuff. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that came out? Cause I do. I do. Pope Benedict. Wow. Wow. Now, when this goes on, you know people are gonna need help, right? People are gonna need help when we're going through this, and it's help out there. It's help out there. And I will say this: those that have been through this, or if you know someone that has been through this, I am so truly sorry for you. I really am. I really am. I really am. I am so sorry for you. You got betrayed. But still know God loves you. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault at all. I know some people blame themselves. Well, if I wouldn't have did this, if I wouldn't have done that, it wasn't your fault at all. That was a devil demon put in that church that came and hurt people. Took advantage of his I'm talking about all of them now. Oh, this is another thing I want to do. Then I'm gonna close it out. I'm going to attempt to do this because this is my new software now, y'all. It's a recording. Let me go up here. Yes. Let me get it. Let me find it. Hold on. It's a recording. Here it is. And I hope y'all can hear it.
There's a new report on abuse that took place for years in Catholic churches in Kansas. It's just the latest revelation in a series of investigations across the nation, spurred by the Boston Globe's reporting 2 decades ago that exposed widespread sexual abuse by priests in the Catholic Church there. We have Celia Yopes Jepson of the Kansas News Service here with us now. Thank you for being with us.
Glad to be here.
So this is a report by the Kansas Bureau of Investigation after an investigation that took 4 years. How did that probe come about, and what were the findings?
Well, the Catholic Church in Kansas has published the names of priests before where there are substantiated cases of abuse. But the Archbishop of Kansas City and Kansas, Joseph Naumann, asked for the Kansas Bureau of Investigation to help after a law firm reviewed church files and found 15 clergy who they felt needed further investigation. Now, in a 25-page summary, the KBI says it looked through thousands of documents, talked to nearly 140 victims, victims and found 188 clergy suspected of various criminal acts, rape, taking indecent liberties with a child. And the report says that the Catholic Church protected these individuals for decades. Many priests would simply be transferred to another church.
And that was the sort of thing that we've seen all over the country, including Boston and other places. This was a massive investigation that looked at 5 decades worth of records. So, have there been any charges?
No. Investigators talked to victims, witnesses, and suspects in 15 states. The KBI then forwarded 30 cases to prosecutors, but those attorneys said in every instance that the cases were too old to be prosecuted under Kansas law. In addition, some of the suspected perpetrators are dead. Some of the victims are dead. The KBI faced other difficulties too, as some of the priests refused to talk to investigators. Some of the victims wouldn't talk because they had signed non-disclosure agreements as part of settlements with the Catholic Church.
A lot of the abuse that the KBI investigated happened decades ago. Is this a changed Catholic Church today? Like, have there been meaningful reforms?
Well, in 2020, the Pope required every diocese to set up a system for reporting sexual abuse. But that's within the church, not to law enforcement. Now, according to the Kansas report, the church's data shows a drop over the years in substantiated abuse cases. The KBI says that the Catholic Church has become more willing to collaborate with these types of investigations too. And the Archbishop of Kansas City issued an apology to the victims. He said, quote, "You cannot read this report without your heart breaking."
Are survivor groups satisfied now that this report is out?
No, they aren't. As I mentioned, Catholic dioceses in Kansas have published names before, but the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, or SNAP, wants to know if there are new names on this list. And they say it's hard to know whether abuse has decreased since people often don't come forward right away. SNAP also wants Kansas lawmakers to set penalties for clergy and church staff if they know child abuse is happening and don't report it to law enforcement. And they want Kansas to change its laws so that old cases can go to court.
That's Celia Yokish Jepson of the Kansas News Service. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I wanted y'all to hear that. And did you notice she used the that word snap? I'm going to tell you what that's about. Remember I said when people that has been victim of this, it is serious help out there for you. It's called SNAP, and it is Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. Okay? So this is a self-help organization for men and women and children who were sexually abused by spiritual elders, Catholic priests, brothers, nuns, ministers, teachers, etc. Members find healing and empowerment by joining with other survivors, which I feel that's true. You get up in a support group, you'll be surprised how you can start your healing journey. But did you also notice that when that was going on, that a lot of them to keep it out in the hush hush, be sent on to another facility? See what I mean? How I try to keep it up on the rug? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? About trying to keep it hid up on the rug. Send them on somewhere else. Instead of doing the right thing. And like I said, I know this is a topic that people are very uncomfortable listening to. But y'all know what? Y'all need to wake up. Some people need to wake up because this is happening. This is happening. And I felt like it was time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. But in hindsight, now I see that was inappropriate. A long time ago, I was probably 14, 15, something like that. And I was going to this church and I sing in a choir. And I remember that we had a choir program that evening. And I was like the third or fourth person that had got there before everybody else came, you know. So I'm walking into the church, and there go with the pastor there, and had my skirt on, and he spoke to me, and I spoke to him, and then he made this statement: "Ooh, you have some beautiful legs." But see, at 14, 15, I just, "Oh, thank you." But see, now that was inappropriate. That was inappropriate. Why was he looking at my legs? That was inappropriate. And did it make me feel uncomfortable? Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did I tell my mother? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And what my mama do? My mother made me come right out in that choir. Mm-hmm. Came right up out in that choir and had a conversation. That was it. That was all need to be done. That she handled it. I was up on that. That was inappropriate. That was inappropriate. In hindsight, now I see that was inappropriate. But 14, 15 years old, that my pastor, oh, thank you. That was inappropriate. So what y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about what I just reported? Information I just gave. What do y'all think? And again, like I said, I'm not going to apologize for talking about this topic because this is a topic that we need to talk about. It happens. It's some people, it's some children right now that's going through this. It's some grown folks that have been through this. They is just having a terrible time. Still having a terrible time. Because they probably haven't talked to nobody about it. Still at 30, 40 years old. Matter of fact, I think it was last month before last, it was 4 men on Dr. Field. They was in their 50s, 40s and 50s and 60s. They was up there talking about this exact thing. And two of them was abused by the same archbishop. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. And that was their first time really speaking out about it. And then on stage, the one that brought up the other person, that's how he found out. So you knew so and so. They was finding out they this and they just found out they was abused by the same person. But anyway, that's my report. That's my topic I want to talk about. And again, it is help. It's called SNAP that you can contact. snap.com, SNAP, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. That's what it stands for. And that's one of the founders of it you was listening to. They will help you. They will help you. And a support group. Get in a support group. Get into a support group. If anybody watching the live that has been through this, again, I said I apologize. So I apologize to you and for you so bad. Because it didn't need to happen. Anybody watching the replay, the same thing. Anybody share this out. Somebody might need to see it and hear it and give them a push to go and start talking about it. To go and finally tell somebody about it. Because when you pick your church to go to, that's what be that church you go to for, again, safe haven, for community, a sense of community and all. Not to go up in there and get abused. And then what tell you, don't say nothing. God gonna do this to you if you say something. I'm pretty sure. Throwing scriptures. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And being a child or a teenager, they don't know. They just know that's their pastor or that's their deacon or that's their nun. Yeah, you saw nuns do it too. Mm-hmm. Didn't I just say hashtag church too? Didn't I just say that, y'all? Hashtag church too. It happens. It happens. All right. So with that being said, thank y'all for coming in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in here. Oh, wait a minute. I do have one little segment. Uh, um, Let me go on and do it. It's a little segment that I added. Let me get my thing right. Let me get my thing right. And Miss J is learning this stuff. I'm trying to tell y'all. Where is it? I have a segment where is it at? Might have to wait to my next one because I can't find it now. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me see something. Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead on and do this. Yes, y'all see my breaking news, right? Yes, 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 yes. This is a new segment that I implemented. Now, it's breaking news slash breaking celebrity news. Talk about something real quick. So the only thing I want to say real quick, but now me, I'm just talking about me now, because I'm still a big fan. I'm still a big fan. I just want to, I don't know if y'all know, but the brat and her wife is having a baby. And I am so elated about that, y'all. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, yes, the brat. Yes, yes, yes. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my celebrity news that I want to say. Shout out. The brat and her wife, I cannot think of her name right now. Please forgive me, because I do not want to call her name wrong. But that's why I'm not going to say it. But the brat and her wife, they are expecting their first baby. Congratulations, the brat. Yes, I love the brat. Yes, I do. Miss J love the brat. Yes, I do. That's another thing y'all do about Miss J. Yes. So that's another segment right there, my breaking news. So when you see that coming, I'm either gonna talk about a celebrity, something about a celebrity, or breaking news, something that I might have seen in the news here, or something like that that I want to talk about, that I feel, like, wait a minute, I need to tell folks about this. So I just felt like for that to be my first time using this, and first time using my breaking news video. Congratulations to the brat and her wife. I am so happy for them. I really am. But now I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I am. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching over on YouTube. I will be doing my, going back and replying to my comments I see on YouTube. Thank you so much for y'all. Thank you for those that's why. Thank you, Karika, for coming in here with the Miss J. I love you, my darling. I really do. You come and support Miss J. You and Lanisha, y'all my babies. Y'all come in here with me. And again, I know this was a tough topic, but I got through it. Okay. And again, find a support group to connect to. And just know it was not your fault. It was not your fault. I'm looking in my camera. It was not your fault. It was not. Y'all have a good night. Have a good night. Bye bye. Thank y'all for coming. Oh, if you got some topics, inbox me.